This your boy John, coming from Society's Truth. I know y'all miss me. I know y'all enjoy listening to me. I enjoy y'all listening to me. I love the fact that I'm able to do this every time I can, and every time I do it, y'all show me love. So show me some more love and get my show out, or and tell people about my show, and get the word out. And because I am going to tell you like it is, I'm not going to lie to you. Not going to sugarcoat it. I am going to let you have it. And if some people can't deal with me letting you have it and letting you have the truth, then I'm sorry, but I got to let you know what's going on in this world. I got to let you know that what society tells you is not who we are, as whether it's white, black, Mexican, Asian. I am going to tell you the truth. I am not part of the media. I am not part of society. I am a young African male. I'm deaf. I have a lot of different situations going on, and I struggle every day. So, but at the same time, you gotta push through it. I'm here to tell you, whatever you got going on, you gotta push through it, and you gotta keep your head up. You gotta keep in mind that ain't nobody gonna take care of you like you gonna take care of yourself. Ain't nobody gonna look out for Johnathan like Johnathan look out for himself. So, but yeah, you just got to, you gotta keep a mindset of positive words, positive everything, because don't let nobody take away anything that you got going on in your life. Something that you're doing positive. Don't let nobody take it away from you. Uh, Another thing I want to talk about today is one of the remarkable day that we had back in 2001, and I want to talk about that a little bit more. That day was September 11th. That was the day that the Twin Tower was hit, and that was the day the Pentagon was hit, and also was the day the White House was targeted but wasn't hit. The plane landed in the field. So, and the man behind all of this was Osama bin Laden. Lives were taken away. A lot of people were killed. Injuries. It was just painful and hurtful kind of day. It was an emotional day. And every time this year comes around, it's emotional for a lot of people. It's emotional because a lot of people have lost their families on this day. So every time 9/11 comes up, everybody is emotional, sad. They wanna, put flowers and rest in peace and make shirts, and and make sure they remembered, and make sure that they always be in their hearts. Because even though that person is gone, they're always with us. I want to talk about history. We remember the biggest and the most famous parts of history, such as Revolutionary War, Vietnam, Korean War, World War I, World War II, Iraq, etc. But what about history being made every single day. What about an autism girl or autism boy stepping up and showing his talent? You know, like this girl, she had autism and she sung the national anthem and killed it. What about a boy that has a disorder but he's playing the drums, his mind is not always with him, but his mind is with him when he's playing the drum. Or he's using his hands and he's, making music and he's singing and he's rapping and, but he can't do it for himself. What about those type of history? Because history is not based on government. What about, a blind girl stepping up and running track? She can't run by herself, but she's running. We got people that we think cannot do for themselves, and they step up and do amazing things. But we forgetting about them. We forgetting about them. What about lives being saved by bullies? What about it's a lot of explanatory to do. But we can remember 9/11. We can remember Pearl Harbor. We can remember the day Kennedy was shot. We can remember Malcolm X. We can remember to celebrate African Black history, and we can remember to do all that. We can remember to do that. We can remember to celebrate Christmas. We can remember to do all that. We can remember every history that has been made. But we forget about history that's been made every single day. Well, that ain't history. It is. Because never in my life have I seen people who we think can't do for themselves, such as autism and Down syndrome, and they step out and they break a barrier. What about the deaf people that's stepping out and breaking barriers too? What about the minorities that step out and break barriers? What about women trying to break barriers? What about what about Clinton? What about Hillary? She came close to presidency. Obama beat her to the punch. What about history? But we ain't gonna forget Obama. Of course, we ain't gonna forget about Obama. We not gonna forget the first black president. Of course. That was change. That was change. That was a mind frame to change. And we gonna remember that. That's always gonna be with us. What about the people surviving cancer? What about doctors telling people they can't live or they won't see 6 months, but they fight the disease and they make it past it? Surviving 2 years, surviving 3 years. What about them type of people? History is not just government-wise. History is not just sport and entertainment or educational or anything like that. History is part of our everyday lives. You know why history is part of our everyday lives? Because we make history. We make history. We step up and we fight. But that's only 20-30% of the people. 20%, 30% of the nation. The rest of y'all are acting like fools, killing each other. Y'all are losing your minds and letting money control you, letting society control what you do. Instead of worrying about the media if you a celebrity, worry about you. Because if you do the right thing and you do what's positive, those who look up to you and what the media sees, people will think a totally different thing. Stop worrying about the other people. Start worrying about yourself. Start worrying about what you're doing that's right. And if you don't think it's right that you're doing, or what you're doing, change it. And guess what? You made history within yourself. Well, I ain't played basketball in my whole life, and I played basketball and I made a team. You just made history within yourself. You just said you weren't going to play basketball, but you stepped up and did. You just said that you wasn't, I'm not going to get a job. I'm useless. But you stepped out and got a job. You made history. You made history within yourself. You made a change in yourself. The old you was history. That's history. Yeah, I can take the word history and use it in so many different ways. And that's what's so great about that word. Because that person you was not a remarkable person, but the person you is what? The old person is history. The new you just made history. Man. I said the old you was history, but the new you have just made history. You made a change within yourself. You did something you could never. You did something that you thought you couldn't do. Now that's history. Now that's history. You see what I'm saying? This is why a lot of people need to go back to college, because so many words, you can change the context of the word. And that's what I love about history. History is a positive word. History is a word that should be in our minds every day. Because history can also mean the past. But history can almost mean a change. Something that you always remember, your family will remember, and the world will remember. And even if the world does not remember, your family will. And if your family don't, you will. Because you knew the change that you made in your life. So, with that being said, history. What is that word? What does that word mean? Is that a negative or a positive word? History. History. And with that being said, I would like to leave y'all with a little something. Am I a man? No. Am I a real man? Am I a man that is fake, or am I a man that is bullshit? Am I a man that's all about it, or I'm a man that talk about it? Am I a man that's an overachiever, or am I a man that's successful? Am I a real man successful? What am I? What can I use to describe myself? I want to be a man that takes care of my children. I want to be a man to step outside his barrier. I want to be a man to change. I want to be a man to be remembered. I want to leave a legacy. I want to do what's right. So with that enough said, am I a real man or a man? Am I a man that's bullshit? Or am I a man all about it? Or am I a man that just talk about it? Am I a man that goes to school and try to be successful rather than drop out? Will I be a man to treat women and be an abusive man? Will I hit women? Will I do drugs? Will I be an addict? Will I be in the mafia or will I be a drug dealer? Will I be a bad cop or a good cop? A man. I want to be a man. I want to be a man that stands his ground and stands on his own. So with that being said, will I be a real man? Or am I just a man? Or am I just a black man? Or am I just a powerful man? Or am I just a white man? But then again, I am not white, so I can never be white, so I am just a black man. So what type of man will I be? Will I be a man that society labels me? Or will I be a man of change? Will I be a man of advocacy? Will I be a man with good advice? Will I be a man with bad advice? Will I be a bullshit man? Will I be a punk, a wussy, a bastard, a lowlife? These are things that were in my mind when I was a little boy. Things that are still on my mind at 18 years old. So, what do I do with all of these things that have been said? I know exactly what to do. I'm going to fight. And I'm going to battle my way through. But I won't fight violently. I won't fight physically. I will fight with my mind. I will fight with my positive words and I will fight with my ears. I will listen. I will learn and I will teach. I'm a fighter. I'm going to be a fighter. I am going to be a fighter. I'm going to be a soldier of life. Not a soldier with a shield. Physically. Not a soldier with a sword. Physically. Not a soldier with a gun. Not a soldier with his hands. My weapons are my ears, my eyes, my mouth. And my brain will also be a part of me. The way I represent myself will be a positive way. I am not trying to be and go for a role model. And I am not trying to go for somebody to be looked up to. I am trying to fight my way to success. I will take what I have learned and I will teach. And I hope the rest of the world can do the same. I know I cannot change the world. But if I get to one person, just by getting to one person, I done saved lives and I done saved multiple and changed multiple lives. Because the world won't change unless we change ourselves. The world won't be a better place unless we change ourselves. A man once said that. We can't change the world unless we change ourselves. Those who you thought were bad people were not really bad people. I'm a fighter with heart. I'm a soldier with peace. But I will fight when it comes down to a battle. And I will win that battle. But I'm not fighting with violence. And I'm not fighting with guns. I am fighting with me. My brain, my mind, my mouth, and my words. With my ears, I will listen. And with my life, I will seek positivity. I'm going to be a man about it. Not talk about it. Success will always be a part of me. Because success is who I am. Whether you believe it or not, I have already achieved it. Just by doing what I said I was going to do. I didn't keep saying it. I didn't keep talking about it. I was about it. I made a plan. I made a goal. And just by writing those things down, I have already achieved it. Because I am an overachiever. Success shouldn't be success shouldn't be looked at as a pawn, as if you want it or not. I'm going to say it again. Success shouldn't be seen as a want or a need. Success should already be part of you. You are born with success.